Welcome, everybody, to the Bob Dodd Show. Thank you very much for joining us. I think we have a very exciting guest here today. It's one of my favorite things to talk about, food, especially dessert food. I have Cindy Hendricks.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming in, Cindy. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Owning the best ice cream shop in the world, I know must take a ton of time, and you made some time for me today to come on the podcast. I greatly appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So if you don't mind, I mean, I kind of want to boast about your place, because I think I always tell my friends that live out of the state of Georgia that, you know, we got the best ice cream joint that you're ever going to go to. I don't care what you have in Colorado. I don't care what you have in Chicago. We got the best right here in Noonan, Georgia. And I'm always going like, hey, babe, we need to take the kids to the bar tonight, you know? And we're like, all right, let's go. And it's the Rock Salt Milk Bar in Noonan, Georgia.
Yeah.
And you're the owner.
I am.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm like hanging out with a rock star right now. I just want you to know that, because your ice cream is so cool. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, how did you even come to make an ice cream? Did you make ice cream when you were younger, or like?
I've always made ice cream at home. You know, we did it as kids, you know, the old fashioned way. We would tell my dad that we would crank, you know, if he would put the stuff in. Of course, that lasted about 5 minutes, and he was doing the cranking. But that was, you know, in the days of the hand crank. And then, of course, after we got married, when we had parties, I almost always made ice cream. But I have to admit, it wasn't very good.
Oh,
Really
got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere. It was good for at home.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I'd overturn it, or it just, you know, it just wasn't as great as it could be. And I realized that, you know. But later, when we decided to do this, I was like, okay, I have to get really serious about it. And I became a student of ice cream, really. Not only did we go everywhere and ate ice cream, like literally everywhere in the United States, but I tried making all different types of ice cream. Custard and not custard, and just pretty much everything, until I kind of settled on, this is what I want to do. This is how I want it to taste. This is the ingredients I want to use. And basically I decided before we started this, you asked me what secrets I had, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really don't have secrets. We just really went back to basics, and we just used real everything.
I promise I won't say anything to anybody. Well, I mean, I find it really awesome, you know, because like you said that, you know, you had a machine where you turn and you get tired and your dad took over.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a really young kid, and in our public school, we had ice cream day. And to celebrate ice cream, we would try to make ice cream, and we were asked to bring in a coffee can. And like,
You would.
Yeah, you'd shake
that thing?
the coffee can, and you know, you were just happy with whatever came out of that, you know, at school. And I just remember thinking, ice cream's a lot of hard work. I don't mind going to the store to get ice cream. And I guess that was the gatekeeper for me, so I never thought about it again. But you persisted, and you know, you said you've had ice cream all over the United States.
Oh yeah. So he was traveling, and me too. We both traveled for work. Or for me, he still does, but for me, the last few years that I actually worked a regular 9 to 5, I traveled, and I ate dessert, and specifically ice cream, though, everywhere I went. And then we couldn't decide. We were kind of thinking about retiring, but we couldn't decide where. And so he's like, well, I think we should RV. Then we can go everywhere and see where we want to be. And we took the RV all over. We ate ice cream everywhere. So between our travels and the RVing, we've eaten ice cream in Seattle and Portland and San Francisco and LA and San Diego and Colorado, and I don't know, I'm leaving lots of places out, but when we were in the RV, we went to Yellowstone. We ate our ice cream in West Yellowstone. They had an old lawnmower engine, and it was running this ginormous churn. I mean, ginormous churn.
Yeah.
Behind the thing. It was just right behind their little shack, and you could see it out there churning this huge thing of ice cream. And So everywhere, really everywhere we could, all up and down the East Coast, Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh is where we ate the charcoal ice cream. So
The Jurgles?
charcoal.
Oh, charcoal ice cream?
I have to say, I wasn't a fan of charcoal ice cream.
Yeah.
It got really popular for a while, and I'm not sure why.
I've never even heard of it.
Oh, well, it was like a thing for a little while, and but then people realized like if you eat charcoal, it can like mess with your medications and stuff like that because it literally cleans you out.
Yeah.
And charcoal purifies things, right?
Oh, they were trying to play a thing like, oh, get healthy while eating sweets. I
That
yell
was
at
pretty awful.
Yeah, I'm not eating apple cider vinegar either.
That's
So,
right.
oh my, well, that's really cool. Do you have now, beside tastes, but did you have any ice cream shops that really stayed with you about how the vibe and how things felt? Because when I go to your store, I tell you, it's a smooth vibe. And when we were downstairs talking before we came up, I just talked about, my first impression of your store, and, you have young kids working there. I mean, they're, teenagers.
Teenagers, yeah.
And the vibe was, there's a lot of people and there's teenagers. And I started, the very first time I was like, oh, there's a long line because there's teenagers. And it was like, no, there's a long line because every flavor you get is good and you got to try one. So you just have 15 people making sure what they want to get and they don't know how to choose because all the flavors are good. And all those kids that were working there were smooth and they got everybody
awesome.
in and out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, so you're turning ice cream for friends and family, for parties and everything like that. And you traveled. You guys decided to come here to Noonan?
So we lived in Fayetteville for, 15 years.
Okay.
And then we went to D.C. That's when we were working up there and traveling. And anyway, and then after that, we RV'd. But we thought originally when we started doing the RV thing that we would want to retire to the beach. But we found that we really like to visit the beach, but this is home. So we came back here. In the meantime, my youngest son, he is like just on the edge of the autism spectrum. He's super brilliant. If you ever talk to him, you'll realize this kid has this crazy vocabulary. But at the same time, his social or his ability to understand social constructs is just not there. So as he's trying to get a job and people are telling him, oh, yeah, we think you're great, we'll call you. He thought that meant he had the job.
Okay.
And he would wait for them to call him, like for months. And I'm like, baby, they're not going to call back. You got to apply to some more places. And he just couldn't get that concept. And finally, we decided that we would employ him. And that's how this kind of got started.
Really?
Yes, really. We were like, we need to do something. We need a business. And then, so from there, that was the need. We were like, so what do we want to do? I don't think I expected to love this like I did. I knew I would like it a lot because I already liked making ice cream. But I don't think we didn't expect to love it as much as we do. I definitely didn't expect Noonan to love it as much as they do. I just thought it was be kind of a sleepy little ice cream shop. We'd make our own stuff. Grayson would be in the shop and run it. But a couple things happened. When we first opened, we had some huge crowds at first. He's having panic attacks.
Oh.
And we realized pretty quickly that he was going to be a back of the house worker.
Okay.
Not front of the house. And of course, he does still work for us. He's like our logistics guy. He moves ice cream and stuff back and forth between our shops. And
is there
and
more
he's
than
really
one?
vital.
Is there more than one shop?
Yes. We have a shop in Peachtree City and in Noonan.
Okay.
And we make all the ice cream actually in the Peachtree City shop now.
Okay.
And we do all the baking in the Noonan shop because we bake everything that goes in the ice cream too. So the cookies and cream, we make those cookies. So every week it's kind of like a little dance. We make sure all the cookies get over there for them to put in the ice cream, and then we have to bring the ice cream back. And
that's a hard job, the coordinating aspect of that.
Yeah.
You can't just just gloss over that. I mean, as far as film and stuff for my background, you know, we work with the coordinators because, you know, we're the ones moving the equipment or doing the job, and just making sure all the pieces go to the right spot. So if he's doing that, he's got to be super smart. The coordinating it's tough for people to do.
It is,
Man.
and but that's what he drives the truck, and so he's a pretty vital part of everything that goes on.
Now,
but
with does he realize how tasty and awesome like his what he's a part of?
He does, but
Okay.
The worst part though is about 2 years ago he was diagnosed with diabetes.
Oh.
And so he can't really eat the ice cream like he used to. But he was the impetus behind some of our better flavors, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've ever had the Mexicoco.
I have not.
That was his flavor. Anything spicy.
Okay.
We used to do a mango habanero sorbet.
Oh.
I kind of left the habanero off lately, but it's actually really good. It's not too spicy. It has that cool little habanero taste on the end of your tongue at the end. We did that. Ghost pepper. There was a couple others. I can't think of them all right now, but he just has one of those really good sense of taste.
Mm-hmm.
He can taste something and tell you what's in it.
That's awesome.
And so he was really the impetus behind that. We've tried some.
Mm-hmm.
We get a lot of requests for sugar-free ice cream, and we have tried to make it. It's just pretty awful.
Yeah.
And we can't make it so that it's scoopable out of the case. That's been our big. So like when you buy it at the grocery store, it's a little tub, right? And you take it home and put it on the counter until it's the right temperature, and then scoop it. But we don't have that option.
Yeah.
And so when we're trying to get out of the case, it's hard. And I just don't think it's very good.
Yeah.
So that's sad because he does know. He knows it's really good, and he would really like to eat it.
Now, with his ability of taste, does he also have a really keen smell?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a term like wine drinkers have a sommelier or is there a term for ice cream sommeliers?
I don't know. I'm not aware of one. If there was, we should make that up.
Yeah, I mean, comment down below. Let's get a name for that because I think that'd be fun. Oh, see, that's exciting. I mean, like everybody wants to leave something for their children. Yeah, I shouldn't say everybody, but people who care about their kids, they want to leave something for their children. I doubt my kids are going to be YouTubers, or podcasters or anything. But everybody wants to build something so it's easier for their children. And I feel like with that, having great success. I mean, it really, like, Rock Salt Milk Bar is a staple to Noonan. I don't know anybody that doesn't know about it. So it's, very, very, I mean, you're creating a legacy right now. Hopefully, I mean, I think so. I mean, to me, it's like one of these places that I hope it's there forever, but so many things change, people get older, and some people just don't want to take over their dad's roofing business, so, like there's like all aspects of it. So as being a staple, what are you like working with the Noonan community and things like that? I mean, you had said that there's a group of you guys that meet. Does Noonan have like, some plans that, all the restaurants are working together to try to help everybody out and try to help the people who live in Noonan have a spot to go and keep that really cute and nestled in place?
Well, I definitely Main Street Noonan does. They really have downtown's best interests at heart. They're really trying to make sure that the businesses are successful, that people know about them, and just keeping it nice down there, lights on the trees and, just those little things that you don't think about that much that really add that little extra something to go into downtown, being able to walk around and, have some ice cream and do some shopping and, have a nice meal because we do have some really great restaurants in downtown. And so Main Street Noonan, I think, is the the main driver of all that.
Mm.
And they make sure we know about grants that are available to help fix up our storefronts. Just all kind of little things like that. I really can't think of a lot of specific things, but the main thing that they do, though, is they make sure we have tons of really well-attended events, and they highlight us,
Yeah.
and they really help us a lot.
Yeah, and you guys should be highlighted. Many of the restaurants downtown Noonan in the square are just, I mean, so my favorite, I want to say, restaurant. Oh man, see, I'm a pizza guy. I love pizza.
So are you a Carvella's or a?
I can't choose.
Oh, you can't choose.
Sometimes I want Carvella's. Sometimes I want something different.
I'll be honest, it's pretty awesome, I think.
So Fabiano's, Carvella's, and Partners too, just like for the Noonan area. I know it's not in downtown.
They're all really good.
They're all so good. And depending on what I'm in the mood for, they'll all hit the spot. Sometimes it's who's the closest. So that's normally what is the deciding factor. Now, I'm a pizza guy. I love the Oink Joint. And so many times we're sitting at the Oink Joint and then we look over and then we just walk our happy little butts over to Rock Salt Milk Bar and, just go ahead and have some dessert. Now, as far as the pizza and the restaurant, like Oink Joint and all the other restaurants that are there, there's the Thai restaurant. It's escaped me. What's
Garlic.
Yeah, Garlic.
Right.
That's like the date night spot that me and my wife like to go,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So all these restaurants here, I'm hoping that you guys are coming together and having a plan with Main Street or whoever to keep having, I don't know, festivals but like just things happening there.
Right.
We
are. We did the restaurant week.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they're going to start trying to do that twice a year.
Yeah.
And like I said, downstairs, we're continuing to try to tweak that so that it really showcases us and helps everyone.
Yeah.
And it's great when we can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing that twice a year. Most of the events we have down there, though, are run by Main Street Noonan.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the other retailers down there also do some shopping events. And those are great for us, too.
Yeah.
So at Halloween, they usually have one. I'm sitting here racking my brain for what it's called.
That's okay. We can think about it later.
Yeah. But they pretty much all year long. But anytime there's a little gap where Main Street's not doing something, usually somebody else jumps in and fills that gap.
Yeah.
I kind of hated that the Porch Fest was canceled this year.
Yeah.
That was
they're going to redo it, right?
I hope so. I think it's a little harder when it gets super hot.
Yeah. I mean, everyone at my church was talking
would be great.
that they were going to redo it again, or maybe that's just what they're hoping. But as far as events and things like that go, I guess I'm also thinking about maybe it's not an event. I mean, to my family, it was an event. They came to your store and you showed them how you make ice cream.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And I believe you showed them that. Maybe you didn't show them that. I don't know. But I know that my kids went to your store for a behind the scenes kind of a thing.
Did they do it in Peachtree City? I know we did it at Peachtree City a couple times. We may have done it in Noonan as well.
It could have been Peachtree City.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I talked to my family folks. I promise. But
I know in Peachtree City we've done a couple of big ones like that, with homeschool groups.
Yeah, their homeschool group went there.
So a huge homeschool group came to Peachtree City and we did it one day.
Mm-hmm.
I think we may have also done that on a smaller scale in Noonan, but we're not making ice cream in Noonan anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So we just don't have room.
Yeah. Well, it was probably Peachtree City because that's where their homeschool's based out of. So.
Oh, well, then I think that was, it was a big event. It was really nice.
Shout out to Mighty Pines.
Yes.
Yes.
That was Peachtree City. So, okay, I'm not crazy because I was thinking, I don't really remember that.
It's okay. You're allowed to be crazy.
We have tried to auction off a date night before. Because people are always asking us to donate, things to raffles. And, a gift card is okay, but, I can't give them like some ice cream; it'll be melted.
Yeah.
So I was like, we'll raffle off like a date night, and you come and you can make ice cream, and make your own little container of ice cream and take home with you.
Oh, that's so cool.
No one has bought that.
Oh,
No one
really?
has ever gotten that. No. And I've always been like, that would be fun. I think if I wasn't, in the business, I think that would be really fun.
Oh man,
I mean,
I think that'd be really, really nice. I mean, my wife and I get along very, very well. So, we think like we would love something like that. The problem is getting someone to watch those crazy kids.
you could always bring them. I'm pretty sure we'd let them go.
Oh, I just want to hang out with my wife sometimes by ourselves. I love you, boys. Yeah, but I think that's great, and I do like it when local stores kind of like make it where they have something to offer and help whatever kind of organization. We've done it before with motorcycle events. We've had many different chocolatiers when I was in Pittsburgh donate some chocolate or baskets and things like that, and the main thing as a person, creating an event is like, I understand that these little stores are, and I say little, but these stores are giving us something, it might not be a lot to them, basket or whatever it is, but I hope the event we're having gives them a lot of business, because I hate when, you ask for help, like, hey, I have a motorcycle event. Are you interested in participating and giving a raffle gift? And they're like, yeah, sure. And then nobody goes to their store,
Right.
That's like really, really sad. I mean, luckily that hasn't happened yet for all the different events that we've, created and made. But, you're always worried that that's the case because, I mean, even if it's just like a date night thing, like that's a lot of work that goes into that. You know what I mean? Like just allowing somebody to come to your store or that basket, someone made it,
Right.
if it's a dinner at a restaurant, a lot of stuff goes into it. So, from my perspective, you want to make sure that that's used correctly.
Right.
Yeah. Now with being such a huge Rockstar staple ice cream shop here in Noonan, you have Ann in Peachtree City. Are you going to be opening up any more stores anywhere? Are you planning on it?
We're always looking. We do have a couple of wholesale accounts. We supply ice cream to the Heirloom Donuts that's in South Walton.
Okay.
We've talked about supplying it to their other donut stores. That's still kind of being talked about. And then we also supply a ice cream store in Tuscaloosa called Moonshot. We make all their ice cream for them. But we are constantly looking. We're actually probably going to look at Carrollton this week.
Okay.
And just see they've got a new development going in there that I think might be really cool. It's got several restaurants in there already, and that's where we do well. If we're around other restaurants, kind of like you talked about.
Yeah.
The more restaurants that are together, it tends to be helpful. I try to explain to people, you eat dinner every night, but you only eat ice cream every so often. You don't eat ice cream after every meal. So you kind of need more restaurants than you need ice cream stores. So you can really get that out of balance pretty quickly. But I think we're going to look at this and see. I think it looks like a good opportunity. But we're always looking. We actually have a little shop in LaGrange right now, but that's going to come to an end soon.
Oh.
Our lease is up down there, and I don't believe we're going to stay down there. It is coming to an end.
Well, yeah. Sometimes sometimes the clientele isn't there,
It's just the volume's not there. I mean, the customers we have are awesome.
Yeah.
But we just don't have the volume down there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just us, it's the restaurants around us are also suffering from a lack of volume. And so if they're suffering from a lack of volume, it's a trickle-down effect,
Yeah.
And it's really sad because some pretty good restaurants.
Well, I'm sure, it's like when you're in an area like Noonan, I mean, Coweta County is huge. And some other places, are not, I mean, they might be geographically, a decent size, but if it only is holding, 15,000 people or what, it's just, it's the math isn't math in those instances.
Exactly.
And there's no like shade to any restaurant or any kind of even like tire shop or mechanic shop. There's no shade to those people that have to pull out. I mean, I'm not going to go into debt to,
Right. Just to keep
just to
something
dream
here.
about something there.
Right.
And you're a business owner, you're a human being, and we're not Elon Musk with $1 trillion right now.
No, we're not.
So, I mean, I think one thing that we are very fortunate with, just society nowadays, people are kind of like coming back around and realizing that people that are doing really cool things, they're human too. And whether if it's a really cool motorcycle shop, ice cream shop, restaurant, bicycle shop, that people are human. And the fact that things are tough for everybody right now,
Right.
I think the human spirit is kind of like trying to heal itself right now,
Right.
with amongst everybody. So, with that in mind, do you guys, I mean, you brought up different shops. Like, I think we need an evening donut shop in Noonan. Not everybody eats donuts every day, but I mean, this probably isn't going to make any money, but man, like an evening donut shop. I think that would be
A late night donut shop.
yeah, you
Ice
go, you
cream
get
and
some
donuts.
Yeah, you get some fresh donuts, and you're just, it's 8 p.m. It's great. I don't know if that's going to work, but
I personally am a nighttime donut person myself. I do not like donuts for breakfast, but I love a good donut in the evening.
right?
Yeah.
Oh man. So, like, speaking of donut, you brought me ice cream. What were the 3 flavors that you brought?
I brought brittle and salt,
Okay.
creme brulee, and strawberry.
So I've had your creme brulee, and I am in love right now that you brought it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, the creme brulee is legit, like, delicious. The
And
staple.
that was a Grayson flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I would ask him what he would think. So, like, there's like restaurant, or there's ice cream shops up in Pittsburgh that it's similar to like your Cold Stone Creamery,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll like, prepare your ice cream. And I always
On the
got,
cold plate.
yeah, and I always got the marshmallow caramel brownie mix with the chocolate ice cream. Ask him, is that because, like, am I the only one that likes that, or is that a good?
No, you're probably not the one. That likes
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good combo.
Yeah, and I loved it. And it's so hard to find anywhere. So I'm assuming it's kind of hard to make.
It is. Marshmallows are hard because we would prefer to like swirl marshmallow in.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that when I'm eating ice cream, that's what I want. When I want my marshmallow, I want it swirled in. I don't want little chunks.
Yeah.
That's so hard to do.
Yeah.
Like as soon as the marshmallow hits the cold, it seizes up, and then it wants to turn into a little wad, and it's really hard to make that.
Oh.
Now you can do the little marshmallows, and I think actually one of the flavors we have coming out in the next couple of weeks is banana pudding, and it's going to have little marshmallows in it because we've tried to do the swirl.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not working.
Could the swirl be a topping? No.
So you mentioned that we have teenagers that work for us.
Mm-hmm.
So the swirl would have to be the right temperature. It had, there would be a lot of things going on there.
Well, they're
So
all
it's
little
probably-
scientists.
Yeah, they're all little scientists. So that might be a little more. The difficulty level might be a little high on that one.
Yeah, that's like sometimes when I walk into your space, I'm like, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, they should be wearing lab coats, have a little pocket protector, because like when I think about making ice cream or making any kind of, like, even pizza, it's definitely a science. And you can have the same 3 ingredients, the time of day, the temperature, like all these things factor in when you're making dough. And I know there's people out there that are really good at making dough and probably think I'm crazy, but like my dough doesn't turn out the same all the time. So, and your flavors are very consistent. I've always been amazed.
We've worked really hard at that, though. We've worked really hard at trying to be consistent. I think strawberry, I brought that today. That's one of the hardest ones to be consistent with, really anything with fresh fruit, because it so much depends on the fruit.
Yeah.
Summer strawberries make much better ice cream than winter strawberries. They're pretty, they still really have a lot of strawberry action going on.
Yeah.
And so the sweetness of the strawberry and how juicy it is. There's so many factors that go into it. That's actually one of the harder ones to make well, But yeah, we really, when we first started, I was kind of winging it almost. And I realized very quickly, I've got to write this down. I've got to be consistent. It's got to be professional.
Yeah.
And so probably before we even opened, I had already realized that because, at that point I'd been, making some ice cream for a little while and going, okay, I've got to, standardize this. And what really was kind of the impetus for that was the chocolate. Chocolate was one of the hardest flavors for me in the beginning because, first I just got some recipes. I'm like, I'll just do this. They were awful. I was like, are they trying to, make it boring? So I just felt like the chocolate was just really boring, once I made going by these recipes. In fact, the guy that was doing our build out in Noonan was kind of like, I don't think he's ever come back because he tasted that chocolate and was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I know. It tastes like a cheap fudge bar. But
come back, guy, whoever you are.
Come back. But I just kept tweaking those recipes until I got it right. But that's what really made me realize not only do I have to write all these down, but then every single time I have to weigh these ingredients and all this crazy stuff so that it did come out the same every time.
I think with growing a business, there's always like the fun part, and then there's the hard part, and then there's like, okay, I'm used to the hard part. Now we can start having fun again. Like, in your opinion, owning a business, besides the smiling faces for the ice cream, what's your favorite part about like having your business?
Smiling faces is definitely it, but
bring this microphone a little closer to you. Yeah, this thing goes.
I keep probably moving over to you to try to see.
This is your mic. You just come back, hang out like this. We'll spin it around.
Yeah, I'll spin it a little. How about that?
Yeah.
So I think the funnest part is just knowing that people are really loving this.
Yeah.
And I think people were kind of hungry for a little bit of that because it's a little nostalgic, because it's just basic ice cream. There's no secrets to it. We're just using real ingredients and as much as possible making it the old-fashioned way by hand. I mean, the ice cream itself is not made by hand. Don't get carried away with that. But we're putting in a machine. 2.5 gallons a time is what's coming out. We don't have some big operation where it's just spitting out tubs, in some big factory somewhere. We're doing it in the store. You can go to Peachtree City. It's still an open kitchen, and you can watch them make it. You can watch them bake in Noonan. Although if you want to watch Meredith, you have to be there really early. She gets there like between 5 and 6 every morning. So I don't get to see Meredith that much either. I'm not. But yeah, you can, and I love that. I love all our people that work for us. I love all the relationships that I've grown, not just customers, but all the kids that have worked for us that have gone to college and come back. Now they're one of the girls that worked for us for several summers. She is a teacher in Noonan now, an elementary school teacher, and she comes in every Thursday with her mom. And
that's awesome.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
I know. I love seeing them come back.
Do you got your like favorite delivery guy where he like kicks open the door and it's like, I got whatever it is I got for you?
Probably Glenn downtown.
Shout out to Glenn downtown.
Shout out to Glenn.
Yeah, that's really cool.
He works for UPS. Yeah, but I think everybody knows Glenn.
Nice. Glenn, oh man, shout out to you and UPS. When I used to deliver products, soda, to different restaurants and all of your stores and grocery stores for Pepsi. And people were like, oh man, I'm so glad to see you. I'm like, why? Like, cause the other guys, it's just,
he's grouchy.
Yeah. Well, like he doesn't do what he's supposed to do. And you, all the POS is right when you do it, and I also worked for a beer company who I will not name. No, it's Anheuser-Busch. And, I would like the Anheuser-Busch came and was like, dude, do you mind working for us? And I was working for Coors, and I was like, I'm working for Coors. They're like, we'll give you a car. We'll give you this. We'll give you that. Just continue doing what you're doing here, but do it for us. And I was like, all right. So I did that. And that's when I said, or someone came to me. I was like, oh, dude, I love when you come here, dude, because you pick up other people's trash. And I'm like, well, that really sucks. I wish somebody else would help pick it up, but I got to get my product in here and circulate it out somehow. But yeah, so shout out to the delivery guys there. I remember what it was like.
Right.
Yeah. You can move your
I
chair.
got a little bit of allergies, I think, today because my eyes
Oh,
are
my
watery.
kids and my wife are dealing with that right now. I like the the Allegra D or whatever it's called, and the other one, the decongestant, because my nose, it'll just have
My
a life
nose
of
a
its
little
own.
bit, but my eyes are usually my biggest
Yeah.
thing. I also have watery eyes.
Oh, and I have a dusty house. The cleaning lady quit a couple years ago. So, but yeah, like, so this is like super cool. Like, what things do you expect for yourself in the future? I mean, with the ice cream. So do you think you're gonna try to like branch out to something different, like donuts or something at 8 p.m.?
I don't think so. We have really added a lot of baked goods.
Yeah,
We've
they're
really,
delicious.
yes,
They're so big.
they're so wonderful. Because I think there's also, there's people want that feeling of, this was scratch made because it was, has real butter and, non-GMO flour. And so we're using great ingredients. And it just, if you're using the best ingredients, it just doesn't take a lot. Although I can't bake worth a darn. So I'm so grateful to my amazing team that they rock it. I remember when we first started opening, or were about to open the store, and it had been the cookie bar. And because the lady's name, her last name was Barr. And so she called it the cookie bar. And I'd already decided I wanted to be a rock salt milk bar. So that was confusing to people for a little while.
Oh.
But I asked Sarah, I was like, what do you want to do after this? And she's like, well, I'd still like to bake cookies, but, I don't think I want to do it in a shop. And I said, well, would you bake cookies for me? And she said, yes. I was like, because I knew I wanted cookies. I wanted, because it just goes so well with ice cream and cookie sandwiches with ice cream. And so I was super happy. But then she moved on, and so we've got our own team now. I'm really pleased.
They're
I don't
still
know if
delicious.
you've ever heard of Little Tart in Atlanta. It's a really good French bakery. I think they have a little of everything, but we sort of stole her from Little Tart.
Oh.
She had been working up there and was tired of making that drive, and so we took advantage of that.
That's great.
Yeah, so she's amazing. She could probably do a lot more than she does. For instance, we had gone to Chattanooga and we had a toffee coffee there, and we came home and we're like, can you make toffee? Because this was really good, and we think we need to have this. And she's like, well, I never have, but I think I could.
Yeah.
So, and that's how she is with everything. She just can do it, know.
And we appreciate people that are very good at what they do here on the Bob Dodd Show.
Oh, she is.
So that's
all of our people are. I can't say enough about any of them. So.
Yeah, that's really, really sweet. With places that, like, I think that are cool that need some things, not that you need any help, but Serenbe needs a nice little ice cream shop.
Right.
I'm a big fan of Blue Eyed Daisy, and I like, going there and getting a sandwich, what have you. It's another place where I like to bring people that are from outside in, because they see this little town and it's just interesting,
I thought they got a place over there. They didn't get one.
Well, if they did, I didn't find it yet, which is, I've been going to the same place, Blue Eyed Daisy, for the most part. I've tried a couple other restaurants there, and it's just like, that fits me.
Right.
Yeah. So, and they got some good pastries and things like that, but man, they need a great ice cream place. I drive my motorcycle down there all the time, and we go on like little motorcycle rides.
Yeah.
And it's just a nice little spot. And I
like Serenbe.
Yeah, my wife and I, we thought about maybe living, because my wife and I also lived in an RV for a year and 7 months.
Oh yeah.
with my oldest son, and then when we found out that she was pregnant, we said,
time for a house.
Yeah, she was like, we need to go rent something. I'm like, I'm not renting anything right now. We're going to go buy a house, and then we'll sell it in a year or two if we have to, or sell it in 3 years, whatever. I'm not renting right now. And we were going around, and we couldn't get a house because everyone kept buying it before we got to there.
You must have been
Yeah, it's
2020-ish,
2019.
2019. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we're offering, more than what they're asking. And, oh, well, they just signed the lease yesterday. And like, oh man, you want to be, option 2 if the people bail out? And like, I guess so, so we came down to 2 houses, and one was in Peachtree City, and it was this one. And when we were in Peachtree City, this isn't to knock on Peachtree City, but I tried talking to the couples of people that were in the cul-de-sac there. And as soon as they see me walking over going like this, they went in their door and shut their door. And I was like, this is a sign, because like,
That is a sign.
Like, I can't stay here. I mean, I heard Peachtree City was nice. Everybody's so nice. And we came here and everybody was walking their dog. They're like, you looking to buy that house? Like, oh man. He's like, we got great neighborhood. And I was like, all right, this is it. We're going to just take this house here.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it turns out that everyone's still like that here in this little neighborhood. And, it's just, it's really interesting. I don't know why I brought that up. I forget. Lost my track.
I don't remember either.
Yeah. I'm
a little ADHD, so I will go off track quickly.
I have so many squirrel moments. So I was asking you about your favorite part about owning the business. What's your favorite part about making ice cream? Like, what's your favorite ice cream to make? Like, if they're like, like Cindy, we got so-and-so's not here. You got to get back there and turn some stuff. What's your go-to? What are you going to make first?
Well, so strawberry's my favorite, so I'm always about anything with fruit, really.
Okay.
But those are my favorite ones to make. I don't mind even now if they really need somebody back there. I'll go cut fruit or whatever. Probably my least favorite to make is chocolate.
Oh, really?
It's kind of an involved process, the way we do it. Probably not for everybody, but we melt chocolate chips and we also use cocoa powder. And anyway, there's just it's kind of a process.
Chocolate has a smell too. And it's like,
You have to be really careful not to burn it.
Yeah.
You really have to be careful. So it's one of those things you've got to pay attention to it the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
It takes, not only attention, but a fair amount of work, and you're stirring it the whole time. And so that's probably my least favorite one.
Oh, yeah.
But anything with fruit, I'm all about that. And, but really, I like making it all. There's really not one that I can say, because even the chocolate, I really, when it gets to the end and it's all smooth and silky and, ready to go in the machine, I'm like, this was good, So it might be been a pain in the very beginning, but then once I get it to that point, I'm like very happy with it.
Yeah. So. Oh man, I'd have a hard time because every time I'd be doing something, I'd taste it. Me and my kids, we're all spoon lickers. We're like, when we're making brownies or any kind of cakes or anything, very rarely does it make it out without like someone's fighting over the spoon. Like, it's all right, I'm gonna put it in the sink. I want the spoon. Yeah, that's old school fun with me and the boys, man. What else? Tell me something else about yourself. What else are you into? Because like, once again, like, I'm so excited that you're here. I want to know all about you and what you got going on. And, I think that people should know about you because what you have is so special and I find it extraordinary. So that extraordinary feeling that I get when I walk into the ice cream shop and eat the food, it's got to come from somewhere, and it's you and your family.
Oh,
so, yeah. So like, tell us, like, I mean, if there's anything you want us to know about you, are you on social media and stuff like that? Can people follow you?
We are, yes. So we have, actually my oldest daughter runs our social media.
Okay.
She came back home to live with us a couple years ago with a baby in tow.
Oh, nice.
And so she's 2.5 now. So if you follow us on social media, you'll see my granddaughter quite a bit. Her name's Vera. She's
nice.
a cutie. But yeah, so Danielle does all that. So rocksaltmilkbar.com is our Noonan store on Instagram. Rock Salt Milk Bar of PTC is the one for Peachtree City. We had originally tried to merge those, but that just didn't work because people kept joining the Peachtree City one, and we finally just said, well, what the heck, we'll just keep them both. So we do have those. Those accounts are linked to my Facebook, so anything she posts on Noonan or Peachtree City hits the Facebook, which is Rock Salt Milk Bar, and it'll also hit mine. But so those will go on Facebook. We have a YouTube also.
Okay.
I think it's also just Rock Salt Milk Bar, not YouTube. TikTok.
TikTok. All right.
Which for the longest time, my former manager, I know I mentioned her before. Her name was Sam, and she'd been with us since she was 15. And it was her life's work to go viral on TikTok. And unfortunately, she never did it. It killed her. Danielle we finally had a couple of viral posts on Instagram.
Yeah.
But yeah, she really wanted to. So there's actually some pretty cute videos of that they did because she was like, we're gonna do this.
Yeah. Well, someone has to have that drive,
Right.
and it's hard to keep that drive. And if somebody did that for more than 2 months and still had the drive, that's impressive. It's very, very impressive. Because even doing the podcast, you're like, 15 people saw this episode.
It's really hard, yeah. Because especially TikTok, our numbers are really low like that.
Yeah.
2 people, 15 people. She had one that had a couple hundred people she was pretty excited about. But Danielle had a post on Instagram recently go over 11 million views and tons and tons of comments. And but she's had several, none quite that good, but several go over 1 million. And so it's pretty awesome that she's been able to do that, especially considering she had never been on Instagram. She just wasn't a social media person. She wasn't really on Facebook or Instagram or definitely not TikTok. And she had a pretty steep learning curve, and she's really I think she does an amazing job.
Yeah. Oh, I think you guys have a place on social media. I mean, I think what a lot of people don't think of a lot of times is when social media gets blown up, it's because other people are talking about it. So a lot of times collabs, work out really well. You could probably do a collab with one of the restaurants down there. You get on like, hey, we're in downtown Noon, and after you're done eating here, come get ice cream.
And we do try to share. Well, we obviously share any events, but usually if somebody else is posting a special, especially if it's one of the restaurants, a lot of times we'll post that. We do try to share kind of back and forth, and sometimes they'll share our stuff too.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. We don't do it as much as we should, though.
Yeah. Being that that's such a cool little square, and it's kind of small, tight knit. If you're like, oh man, I need a I don't know, like milk. You want to go over and see if Rocco has milk in his, and tell him we'll get him back. Do you ever run into those situations, like where people are neighborly to one another?
Oh yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is we run out of spoons.
Mm-hmm.
Run across the street to the oink joint.
Yeah.
Or $1 bills. That's
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I think those stories are probably what people care about the most, that like watch these little videos. Like when we're talking about the film industry, they're normally interested in the reactions and the stories that happen between people other than like the event happened, like those stories are really cool, that you can rely on another friend who owns, another business that's across the street, that you can get some napkins like right now if you need it. And to me, those are fun stories. Like if you had any, like,
right. Well, the change thing has probably been the biggest thing. Because one night I know we went to Oink Joint. We don't have any extra. I don't remember what event had been that day, but it had been a big event. Everybody was low on change. And so then I went over to meet and greet and asked them. And they was like, no, we really don't. But one of the waitresses was like, wait, I have a boatload of $1 bills. I will sell you. Like, yes. And so we love them.
Yeah. I mean, to me, that's cool. Like all the little stories that happen within and around Noonan, like we have a, oh man, it was here and now it's gone. We have a guy that like Mr. Fab, or what's his name? Mr. Personality. That that goes around. People talk about him a lot. Like I love when I hear other people talking about just Noonan, because that's where I live.
Right.
And what could we do to be maybe making more light on the Noonan? What would you like to see happen? Because about a year here, I'll tell you what. I guess I tell you why I'm thinking of this, because like about a year ago when my wife and we started PinBOX Productions, I went to all these stores, and a lot of times the owners aren't there. Matter of fact, I don't even think I even got a chance to talk to an owner. And I was like, look, I'm not looking for money or anything, but I want to do a spotlight on Noonan. And I just want people to tell me that they're interested in doing it or not before I invest my time. Like, I just want to have like 3-minute videos of each, establishment, and make like a little half-hour tour. Reel. Yeah. Like, of all the different things that you could be doing in Noonan if you wanted to come. Do you think there's anything into that? Do you think that's worth pursuing?
I think we'd love that. There is like a Noonan. I'm trying to think what it's called. It's not Spotlight on Noonan, but there was somebody that I think Main Street Noonan was paying to do that. Mm-hmm. But they really don't do a lot. About once a year, they might come around and they'll take pictures and stuff. I personally think that if there was something like that, especially if you shared it, we could all have it, maybe pin it to our Instagrams or something so that people could see that for the whole square. Yeah. Yeah, I think there'd be a lot of interest in that.
Yeah, because I was trying to maybe, I don't know, people probably thought I was trying to get money, and,
probably.
And I even after I tell them, I'm not looking to get money, but I think Noonan should have its own YouTube show. I think Noonan should have the collective somehow come together and, make it where maybe once every 3 weeks or once a month, do a video and showcase things that are going on, even if it's just to say happy birthday to somebody that works in a establishment,
Right.
Because whenever there's constant video, and the reason why YouTube controls algorithms the way that they do, and they boast other people and bring back other people, is because of the amount that they actually upload. Mm-hmm. And if you get a team of people that are willing to make some kind of content and put it out there for everybody, or I'm sorry, not put it out there for everybody, but work with all the industries there, right, and put a video out on YouTube, that's kind of like an advertisement snowball that's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger as people do it. And I was trying to say hey, I'm willing to do it because, my business is brand new and it's a production company, and I just want to learn to do this stuff. And people were like, oh, I don't know. I went to the wedding store where they sell the wedding dresses, and they were just like, why is this guy in a fishing shirt in our stores? Do we have to call the cops? And I'm sitting there because I look goofy as it is, and it's just here it is. This is what I'm doing. They're just like, okay. I think I scared them. I don't know, but it's just, it is what it is. But right, that was my idea, and I think that Noonan should do that. For instance, the government's talking about taking the penny away. Hey, this little story, they're going to take the penny away. How's that going to affect your business?
It already did. They always have charged us at our bank. Well, we use OZK for a change, mm-hmm, and so that we have a convenient place because it's right there downtown. And they started charging us for change. I was like, it's not that big a deal. But then, 6 months ago, they told us they weren't going to have pennies anymore. Mm-hmm. We're like, but they haven't stopped yet. And they're like, yeah, but we're just not going to. We're not going to do pennies anymore. And so they stopped it really early. And so we kind of saw the writing on the wall, and we changed our prices so that tax is included in the price instead of added onto the price. And so that we could have always have even amounts, so that we could, make change with, nickels, dimes, and quarters. And so that's one way that definitely affected us. I don't know what everybody else has chosen to do down there. A lot of times people come in and they go, oh, it's that much. They're thinking it's plus tax, but the tax is included.
Yeah.
And we are a little bit higher than other people, but also.
See, I don't think that.
You don't think so?
You're going to need to price it so you can turn the lights on and pay those kids, and, you kind of have to eat and have a house and everything. As far as prices go, your prices don't scare me. And I think that after you take your first bite and you have that delight, and you're immediately, you don't think about the price, when you're enjoying what you have in front of you, you know, especially if you're amongst friends that you like to be with or
Right.
family. Like,
Right.
in your case, I mean, I don't think your price is terrible, wrong, or high. I'm very willing, and I know that when I go there, I'm going to be happy. My kids are going to be a little crazy. No one's going to get mad, and they're going to be very happy and eat their ice cream. And, you know, we're going to leave and we're going to be like, we had a good time. So now, if there is a place where maybe I'm not fond of though, you know, like, I don't know, another ice cream shop that, you know, they might have a similar price or even $1 less or whatever. And I eat the ice cream and hearing the music that they might choose. And you're like, I just wish I, you know, would have did something different, you know?
Right.
So, but like, yeah, I think the prices are good. And, you know, the whole penny story, like, it's crazy what is happening in the world, and that the restaurateurs and everybody that like I didn't even think about how it would affect your being able to get pennies when they, you know, because they didn't stop making them yet, right?
No, I don't think so. I think this summer maybe they were supposed to stop making them or something. I don't know. It was still like 6 months out.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of like, but they haven't stopped yet.
I found this out because someone didn't give me my correct change, and it was like 4 cents short. And I'm like, dude, I mean, I know it's 4 cents, but he's like, we don't have pennies. And I was like, okay, all right. And I was like, why don't you have pennies? Like, I should have just used my card. He goes, oh, dude, they're not making pennies anymore. And that's when I found out about it. And I was like, I don't know. I felt like it was like a year ago. I don't know, even, or maybe 6 months. I have no idea. And that's how I found out about that.
All right.
You
Yeah,
know?
because the banks were just kind of like, yeah, they're going to quit now. Quit in the future. We're just quitting now. And I was kind of like, what? But,
And it's tough too. People always get surprised at like a 3% service fee on a card. And it's like every transaction costs something when you.
It costs us about, it kind of depends. If it's an online order, it actually costs more. I don't know why. So that's like 4%. And then, you know, in the shop, it's 3%.
Well, they think it's a convenience for you. And I mean, is it a convenience? Maybe.
For us?
Yeah. Like that's the way the credit card companies look at it.
I think it's a convenience for people. Like I don't have to worry about having cash in my pocket anymore. You know, I just always have a card. But as far as for the businesses go, I don't think for us it makes things any more convenient. We're still having cash, so we still have to make that trip to the store or to the bank, and you know, make deposits and get change and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So if we're completely cashless, then maybe it would be more convenient. We wouldn't have to be making that trip. But since we're not completely cashless, it really isn't any advantage to us. It just costs us money.
Yeah, man. I remember I worked at a place called Kaufman's. It's like a clothing store, and I worked at the Nautica department.
Oh,
and
that's nice.
yeah, and I would have to take the person's credit card and go, and it's
When the credit card would get old, the little numbers would be just about wore off, and you're doing it, and you're going, I can't. You know, it's not even working anymore because the numbers are worn off.
And now we're at a place where it's a tap, and some people just have it on their phone.
Oh yeah, they don't have to do anything.
The technology amazes me. What technology do, I don't know, like restaurants look for to help them out just basically in everyday, like for instance, like bookkeeping and I don't know, computer systems to run your ice cream machines, like, because I don't know anything that's coming out, like for instance, like the KitchenAid mixer, you know, like even those newer ones that are coming out, they're coming out with computer chips and stuff in it. Like
we're pretty old school. Like our ice cream machines, our mixers, those are all very old school. In fact, our big mixer, we have a really big one in Noonan for the bakers, and gosh, that thing's probably 20 years old. Oh yeah. It's not quite an antique, but it's getting up there. But it's a Hobart. It'll probably run another 20 years.
Yeah.
So we're really low tech that way. The one way that I really do love technology is that we use Square. We tried to go away from Square. That was a complete disaster. We went back to Square. And the biggest reason that we loved it was because it does our payroll, but also whoever signed on when that credit card tip comes in, it splits that credit card tip evenly between them. That's cool. It's so cool. I don't have to worry about trying to figure out who gets what tip or what percentage of tips. It does it all automatically. And that's probably the best technology thing that they have come up with for me.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got all these great systems now where we went out to eat not too long ago. And as the guy put everything in the little handheld, it made a check for each person at the table. Yeah. And then if you said, I'm with so-and-so, he'd add those two checks together and he had it already. That would be cool. We don't need that. Yeah. You know, so our big technology is, they did our tips for us.
Yeah, yeah.
We're pretty old school.
And that was a thing, like back in the day. It's like when the waiter or waitress can remember what you ordered without writing some of the things down.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, man, that's just, things have gone so far. And it just with all the different technologies, I'm noticing like, because like some of the things like you might have to deal with is like things breaking, right? And then you either have to have a second on hand to keep the production going, or you have to hurry up and get, I'm on first name basis with the guy that, fixes freezers and compressors and refrigerators. Yes. You probably should share his name with McDonald's because apparently all their ice cream machines are always down. But yeah, like things like that. Within my world, when I have a light that goes down or a camera that breaks, I have to have a backup because there's no right to repair for any of these digital pieces of equipment. And I don't know if you're following any stories out there in the world, but a lot of the big things that are happening was highlighted with this recent interaction between Ford CEO and Donald Trump. And Ford is basically asking for some legislation put in place so they can have like a tighter control on how things get repaired for warranty work and the right to repair acts that are out right now that are fighting against all that stuff. Basically put people like who own businesses like you and I in predicaments because although we might know somebody that's capable of fixing something, they might not have access to parts. So
that's very true.
Parts and technology. So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like we talked about a restaurant called Clavon's back in Pittsburgh. It was an old soda jerker, like pharmacy place. The reason why their soda jerk machine even stopped was because there was a particular rubber ring stop for their soda jerk machine, and nobody on planet Earth made it anymore. And
that's too bad.
That machine was in still great condition. I mean, the chrome and the gold and the wood and everything, it was beautiful and stunning to look at. Like they'll never make anything like that again. And it wasn't working because of a 3-cent part isn't there, like a rubber washer or something. And I'm just wondering, is there anything like that happens to you guys that you guys just run into a brick wall? Because like with these cameras and these microphones and all this digital equipment, if this goes down, I'm throwing it away and buying another one, and there's nothing I can do about it because there's no repairing it because they don't supply parts.
We're pretty lucky in that I think everything we have is repairable.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not worth repairing.
Yeah.
We found cone makers are basically disposable. We bought a couple of really expensive cone makers in the beginning, and then later, and then after those broke almost immediately, we bought some cheap ones to kind of get us through. And then later we were like, maybe we really need to invest because these break so quickly. We invested again in some expensive ones. They broke just as quickly as the cheap ones. And we finally decided, and they're just not really repairable. He has repaired them before.
Oh.
But the repair doesn't usually last. And it's, the parts just don't last is what it is. So you're constantly replacing the parts. And they're sort of disposable. And I hate that because that's not a great environmental thing.
No.
But as far as being able to repair everything, pretty much most of the stuff we have is repairable. I am terrified that if our blast freezer ever goes down, that they don't make those anymore. So I'm nervous about that. What a blast freezer is it's a freezer that the compressor's on top and the air is forced down quickly, and it gets like -25, and it cools that ice cream really quickly, because that's what gives you your good texture. Is the quicker you can cool it, the smoother the texture. And so you really wanted to get cold fast. So that's our blast freezer. But they quit making those.
I have a number for you. Yeah. I have a friend who is very good at what he does, and he is an engineer. He used to work for a dog food company for all their complex equipment.
Yeah.
And he is no stranger to machines like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he lives in Sharpsburg, so he's not too far away. So he's really, really good at keeping those machines. Well, he was really, really good until he decided he can make more money doing his own thing. And that's what he's doing now. And he's like specialty repair.
Oh, wow.
And I also have a friend who works for a company called 3D Solutions. So if you ever need a part made, fabricated, whether if it's steel, metal, titanium, whatever it is, they're able to
make it.
And it's right there. Yep. It's right there in Tyrone.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely get those cards from him.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, I just, I don't know. Do you think there's anything else that you want people to know about you? I mean, besides the delicious ice cream and the cool atmosphere at all your restaurants, all your ice cream shops?
I don't know. Yeah,
okay.
my husband's over here off camera, so I was seeing if I left anything out. I don't know. I love the ice cream business. I love doing it. So that's about
If you weren't doing the ice cream business, what would you try to go do to make yourself happy?
Travel.
Travel host, like for work. What would you do for work?
Well, I'll probably retire after this.
Yeah.
I just turned 65.
No way.
So probably we'll probably do this another 5 years, to be honest. I'm trying to actually get it to the point where we can hand it off, and the kids can run it. And my kids, not the kids at the shop, although kids at the shop are pretty sharp. They really take care of business. But and then we'll head out. I have a huge bucket list of places I want to go.
Yeah.
So
what's first on the bucket list?
Right, Italy is first.
Okay.
We've been to London and Scotland and in that area. And so I think Italy's next, and pretty much Europe, just Europe in general. I'd like to go everywhere.
Yeah.
And then after I'm done with that, there's the rest of the world.
Yeah. My wife is so well traveled. I have not been to many places that she's been all over, but for our, not anniversary, after we got married, for our honeymoon, we went to Greece.
Oh, wow.
And I always tell everybody, dude, if you want to go see the Parthenon, you got to go see the Parthenon in person. And just everything about Greece, like when you're walking across their streets, sometimes as you're walking, you walk onto this big glass square that you see the city underneath the city, and it's like amazing.
Oh, wow. That does sound cool.
So I hope Greece is on, one of your bucket lists, because, that and going to see, it's escaping my mind, but where the Oracle was, that was amazing too. And seeing how everything was set up so the Oracle would be sitting over this, like, basically this tiny square where like this gas would come up, and that's like where she was getting her special powers from or whatever. And like you hear all the stories like, oh, there's like a methane thing around it. That's why they were all high or goofy over there. It's like, oh, so that's why
that's
they're
funny.
Yeah. It's a cool, it's beautiful. It's cool. And oh my gosh, my brain, I wish I could think of it. But that and Thera, going to see Santorini is like really beautiful. That was amazing. So put that on your list, because you got to go. I think you could take a cruise there. I think my in-laws took a cruise. But I want to say thank you so much for coming here. I really, really appreciate it. Oh man, it's like always a treat for me to get, people say don't meet your idols or your people you like a lot, because it always, I'm the opposite. I love meeting the people that I find fascinating and interesting and really good at what they do, because I just either get more ideas from it, or I'm just like, I'm always happy to do that because I feel better every time I do it.
Oh,
And
good.
it's huge that you came on the show, because like, seriously, your store is like a rock star to us.
Oh, thank you so much for having me on.
And thank you for the ice cream. And, if you ever want to come back on, you're always invited. You can bring both of you guys and talk. It's a good time when there's, everybody's involved and it's fun. But would you like to tell anybody Facebook, Instagram, or any of the sites, and tell them to look it up?
On Instagram, we're Rock Salt Milk Bar, or Rock Salt Milk Bar of PTC. Facebook, just Rock Salt Milk Bar. It's pretty simple. And TikTok, I am not sure. I think, so what kept happening was the kids kept making more TikTok channels for us. I think we're back to just Rock Salt Milk Bar.
Okay.
I think that we managed to take all the other ones down, because when my daughter took it over and started doing it, she's like, "This is crazy! Look at all these different ones." Because they couldn't sign on, so they're just like, "We'll just make another one."
Yeah.
And so anyway, I think we're back down to just Rock Salt Milk Bar on TikTok. But
well, that's great. Well, everybody who's out there in the local Noonan area, if you're anywhere Coweta County or Fulton County, you got to make a trip to Noonan and check out, or a trip to Peachtree City to check out Rock Salt Milk Bar. It's by far the best ice cream I ever had. And I'm so stoked that you came. Rock Salt Milk Bar came to my house, yo. But it's a great time. But thank you everybody for watching. Please, like, subscribe, comment down below. And we'll see you on the next one, guys. Thank you very much. Bye.